Okay, here is a look at the Super Pequin, and the plant isn't looking very good. I grew two plants this year, but I placed it in a very bad spot. So this place has so much sun, and the plant was struggling like crazy. But also, it was growing right next to this humongous plants here that probably keep taking up all of the resources, and then the plant just struggled like crazy. So now all I have are just a few of these pods that are ready, but that is all I need actually, because I want a few of these to grow so that I can collect seeds for this year. This plant is supposed to look very pretty. It can grow very big and produce a ton of little pods, but I'm happy regardless of how bad this looks. So let's go ahead and pick some of these pods here, and we'll go inside and try it out. I mean, the plant don't look so good, so we don't have to look too much at it. So here is the pods. They're really little, and they're very cool. And let me show you some interesting ones here. So usually the shapes are like that. They're like little bonnet shaped peppers, and inside they have very few seeds. I hope I get a bunch of seeds because I want to send this out to a few friends. So we're gonna pick all of them because it's gonna freeze here pretty soon. Look at that. Look at the cool, how cool that is. Just beautiful plant, or pods at least. Okay, so I'll pick as many as I have. Okay, here is a closer look at the beautiful Super Pekins. And to give you guys a size comparison, I brought along my habanero, which I harvested from the garden as well. And so here is the size difference. As you can see, these are really small compared to the regular habanero. And so yeah, these are really cool. So you see, if you flip them over, they look like little mini Scotch bonnets. And the original parent was the MOA Scotch bonnet, which was used to create the hornet, which I used to breed the Super Pekins. And so here they are. Let's take a look inside. We'll open it up and see what's in here. And these are really interesting varieties, but they don't have a lot of seeds. And so it takes me forever to collect enough seeds to give out to people. I've given a few already, but just a few selected people have this because the limit, just the small amount of seeds that I got last season and a season before that. Look at that. You see that? Even this one here has no seed at all. So that one's empty. So let's see if this one has any seed. It's really difficult to get seeds. And if I don't get any seeds, I might have to go outside and clone that plant just to get some. So this one has no seed either. You see that? So this is how difficult it is to get seeds out of these guys. And so yeah, I might have to go clone that plant or bring it inside to get something. So yeah, so no seeds from any of these. So, but I still have seeds from the last season, so I will grow some of those. So let's give this a smell and see. Wow, it smells hotter than the regular like the Scotch bonnet smell. It has that kind of smell, but it does have that heat smell into it as well. It does have a little bit of a fruity smell to it as well. So let's see. I think this one have no seed either. See, and if there are seeds, they're really small. You see that's one seed, I think. Yeah, that is one seed right there. But that may not even sprout at all. But anyway, let's go ahead and try this out and see how good it is. Okay, here we are. These are the Super Pekins. And as I mentioned earlier, they were crossed with my Starrata Hornet to get this variety. And as you can see, the seeds are very few. Wow, they smell really good. Has this really interesting, nice, very pleasant smell. It kind of remind me of a scorpion in some way, but also a Scotch bonnet. Yeah, a slightly sweet smell to it. But yeah, they're very small. So let's just take half of this and try it. I think let me cut this in half because I've eaten this before and it's pretty spicy. Okay, let's try it. Very little flavor in this one. Does have a bit of a slow build. A little bit bland in it for this this particular set. The one I had last year was slightly sweet, a little bit hot, very flavorful. Whoa, this thing's hot now. The heat was very, very slow. And now it's just creeped up and my mouth is just like on fire. Throat burn, like fuming up down here. Mouth burn. Yeah, it does have that that kick from the Starr Hornet. Wow, this is hot. Yeah, I remember calling these the bite-sized dynamites because man, they are hot. Whew. Every time it's hot, I always scratch my head for some reason. Wow. Woo. No seed at all in any of this one that I just cut open. I think I might have stomach cramp after this. The heat is like, it's so slow. It took me like a minute to really felt the heat coming. And after that, the throat is on fire. My mouth is on fire. My tongue feels a little numb. I'm salivating. The flavor wasn't that great. For some reason on this one, it was very bland. But sometimes that is because of the growing condition, soil mixture, and some other factors. Like we had a drought this season. Wow. Whew. That made the plant struggle like crazy for the longest time. It was struggling really bad. That's why it actually looked so bad when I showed you guys earlier. The leaves were really small and yellowish and burnt from the drought. And the plant kind of like, it was dwarf. Usually they're pretty big. And on top of that, it was competing for resources next to that enormous plant that takes up everything. So it's probably spent most of his days stressing out from drought, competition, and all that stuff. So that could cause a lot of the flavor problem when it's lacking in some of the nutrients or the resources in the soil. The cold weather didn't kill the plant yet, so I might go outside, dig it up, and then overwinter it. And then next year I'll grow it in a different spot, and I bet you it's gonna taste much better, and it's probably gonna grow better too because I'm gonna trim it back. But it will produce the same type of pods because that's once the plant produce all consistent shapes, if it produce again, it'll produce the same, pretty much the same shapes and all that stuff. And last year it looks just like this too. Last year, the plant that I took the seed from looked like these mini bonnets right here. It's like a little hat. And so I grew it this year, and it looks exactly the same. I don't know if I have any more. I think I have a few more seeds left. But to be safe, I'm gonna go and dig that plant up and overwinter it. But flavor-wise, this one's not very good. This particular set of pods are not that great. It's almost pretty bland, but it's all heat. My mouth has a kind of like that taste after your tongue is numb. It's not like a metallic taste, kind of like that. Like when you lick like a metal, like the metal. It kind of have that taste right now. Actually, it's clean. It's a clean but numbing taste in my mouth. I guess it's from the burn earlier. But wow, that was a long, lasting kick in the mouth that burns for so long, throat and everything. Now it's pretty much all good now. It's not. It's still hot, but it's not like it was earlier. But overall, flavor wasn't too great, but the heat was really good. Great amount of heat, and the shapes and the pod size and all that stuff is very pretty. So I'm definitely gonna try to grow this again next season because I just love the way it looks. And if I can make the flavor a little bit better with that amount of heat, this is gonna be a perfect variety for anybody. You know, it just looks good. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.